Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Tara. If you're new here, yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, comment whatever you feel. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump into this video. Um, basically, today I want to talk about how there is a war on the Most High's children when it comes to expression, when it comes to being themselves, when it comes to like uh, um, freedom of speech and basically like for um when people see that you are stern in who you are, you know who you are, and you're not afraid to express yourself authentically. You're not afraid to speak your truth. You're not afraid to talk about the things that people don't want you to talk about or be silent about. That literally threatens some people's existence. That threatens their um, what they know to be true, their belief systems. It challenges them, and then they end up thinking that you're the enemy or that you are against them, or they turn to some of them become envious or jealous of you the because of your fearlessness when it comes to your expression and standing up for yourself as well. Um, your fearlessness when it comes to talking about topics that are usually goes unsaid and unheard of, especially in the melanated community. Um, and yeah, so basically, when you experience these things and you start to notice like you feeling like your creative juices are being sucked out of you, or you're being like you're being quiet about certain things even though you know it's wrong or something like that, and you know you really need to do the opposite. Sometimes you really need to speak out about things that you know are eternally wrong within, and if you don't, it eats at you on the inside. And the more you keep doing that, the more you keep practicing like staying silent in times where you need to speak, the more you lose the war. But the more you actually, no matter what people think, take up that sword and decide, okay, I have to stand up for what is right. I have to do what's right in every situation and circumstance. If I know the truth about something, I need to express the truth. I don't need to, you know, oh, well, let people go blind all the time and not know the truth. Once you learn the truth, once you grow. So there's a really big war right now on, especially the throat chakra, on the collective, not speaking up, not sharing your story, not sharing your portion, not so that people don't know that certain things are real, certain things exist, certain things is really happening to a lot of people when it comes to that are unjust. And it's like there's no justice will be served until people decide, okay, like I need to express, I need to I need to speak my truth, I need to tell the truth, I need to be honest with myself and others, and I need to share the truth. And, you know, you're going to be at a constant battle with yourself internally, right? Until you decide to walk the path that you are being called to walk. So the more you're going to keep encountering internal conflict, right? Because anytime you're in a situation or circumstance and you're like in between yourself and you're like, should I say something? Should I not? Okay, I'm just gonna be quiet and go about my day and go to work or do this, do that, and just not say nothing, turn a blind eye, right? Well, the more you do that, that still builds karma points. Let's just say that. There's a scale weighing every day that you walk. There's a scale weighing out your heart, right? And the more you don't use the throat chakra, you don't address certain things, you don't express, the more you decide to dabble on that side and be like, well, I'm just not gonna, you know, I'm going to just let it be. It's going to come back. It's going to come back and bite you in the butt. Because if you know something and you see something, you're supposed to say something sometimes. And a lot of agendas right now are like, be quiet, don't speak. And then they come off, some of these agendas they come off as like, they're like, well, the Most High is like, know when to speak, know when not to speak. Yes, that's true. But the problem is that nobody is standing up for what's right. When that happens, the more people are, dying off without saying anything, taking things to the grave. That's where, nothing gets resolved. Nothing gets resolved. So, yeah, there's a big war right now, and I need to express something. Whenever you feel like you're feeling like you want to say something but you can't, like your voice is being closed off, shut down, or you feel an energy coming over you where it's like trying to limit your voice, trying to stop you from speaking, something in your throat, something in your chest, something in your throat or your chest creeping up, trying to limit your voice. That's when you need to do the opposite. The opposite is what you got to do. You have to speak. You have to sing. You have to do things opposite of what is happening. And I'm not saying always sing. I'm not saying now use certain things to harm people. That's the thing. Like some of us too, we have gifts, and some people have abused their gifts. And I think I'm gonna point it out. Mainly too, a lot of people in the Christian community, some of these people in the Christian community have these gifts as well, and they'll use them to they think they're warring with something or someone, and in reality they're only warring with their self, their shadow, right? And I've seen, because I've seen how they used certain tactics, and it has become witchcraft in a way, versus it being just on a love vibration. And let me explain something too. On a love vibration does not mean peace and love. No. And that's another thing too about this expressing your voice. Does not mean you have to constantly push the agenda of peace and love, because that is inaccurate. The Most High is just. If there is something that calls for judgment in a circumstance, in a situation, and something needs to be addressed and somebody needs to be put in their place, who constantly is overstepping boundaries, is spreading the false information, spreading the wrong information, then yeah, something needs to be said, something needs to be done. So yeah, and then if you're in a situation and you see it, it's like you should say something. You shouldn't be like, okay, well, I'm gonna just let the Most High handle it all the time. So I do see that also, like, oh well, God is on my side, God is gonna handle it. But you still battling the same thing every time you meet somebody. You're still encountering the same energies because you haven't even solved it. You haven't even warred in the spirit for real. You haven't even faced it because you think that you God and the Most High is gonna handle everything. When in reality, the source has put the power within you. So some of the things, you have to be the authoritative figure. You have to be the one to speak up. You have to be the one to bring justice, balance the scale sometimes. And there is not no repercussions for it. Because if it's called for, if the Most High has ordained you to do certain things and be certain figure of authority on the planet, that's what it is. And the only reason why the Most High would ordain you is because you are trusted with certain information. You are trusted to be held at a certain standard. You are trusted to have a certain title. You are trusted to be a leader. You are trusted to use your voice versus using it for negative. Because some people use their singing powers and they use it to harm people, right? So you are trusted to bring justice to those who are silenced as well, who don't know how to use their powers yet as far as using their voice. So don't feel bad. You should not really feel bad when you start speaking your truth. You should not even feel like, am I doing the wrong thing? Am I doing right? No. Do what feels right. That's the part where, there should be a balance between your mind and your heart. It should not be just one without the other. Your connection to source should be balanced. But anyways, you have to really, sometimes you don't have, like, you may not have physical items. Like some of you guys, like I said before, you may still be using certain tools and stuff spiritually, but you don't have to have any of that. You don't even have to really know the Bible. You don't even have to have read the Bible. All you need is to have a connection to source. And the Most High will kind of download the information into you, download the truth into you. It will be written in your heart. So you'll know when you'll discern when you see certain situations and circumstances with where you stand in it, and what's right and what's wrong. So yeah, another thing about the voice is, if you watch this long, like some of you guys have the gift of gab, and with the gift of gab, it's gonna be you're gonna be an authoritative figure, because the Most High is going to place inside of you. The Most High has placed the Holy Spirit inside of you. There's nothing outside of you. So when you feel something and you know something's right or wrong and you feel like you need to speak on it, you need to speak on it immediately, because you host the right spirit to get people to turn back to the right path, turn back to heal, to grow, just by a few words that you say. But all right, you guys, I'm gonna leave it right there, and I hope this resonated and that you got a confirmation that you needed today. if you are on the path of, let's say, you are a lawbringer or a lawmaker or a storyteller, um, possibly a judge in the spiritual realm. You don't have to be doing anything in the physical, like law and all that. No. You are a healer in the spiritual realm. All these things that you are supposed to be using your voice to do. But alright, you guys. I love you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day. And yeah, feel free to reach out. I'm here to talk or whatever. But alright, you guys. Peace.